In 67, you played at the Monterey
Pop Festival.
Pop Festival, and Joplin and Hendrix were there also.
Joplin, Hendrix, The Who, Otis Redding.
Otis Redding.
Mick Jones was there.
How was Joplin and Hendrix on stage? Como é que eram? Eles participaram do Festival de Monterey, 67, onde estava lá também James Joplin e o Jimi Hendrix. Eu estou perguntando como é que eles eram no palco. How were they?
Well, it was the first time that Jimi Hendrix had played in the United States under his own name.
Foi a primeira vez que ele tocou nos Estados Unidos com o nome dele mesmo.
Yeah, I saw him in London. He was called the Jimi Hendrix Experience, and that's why I brought him to Monterey, because I thought he was so good in London.
Ele assistiu o Jimi Hendrix em Londres e achou ele tão sensacional que levou ele para o Festival de Monterey.
And he used to play with Little Richard.
Ele tocava com Little Richard.
Yeah, and it was called Jimmy James and the Flames.
Jimmy James and the Flames era o nome do
Little Richard.
And
Janis Joplin played on Saturday afternoon. It was a 3-day show. On Saturday afternoon she played, and I had never really heard her sing before, and she was so good, but I wanted to put her on Saturday night also. And her manager said, no, can't do 2 shows, can't do it. And Janis cried and cried and cried, and I begged. And she did the evening show, and she was a great, huge success. The first time that she was ever open to the big public,
Foi a primeira vez, a Janis Joplin, ele não tinha visto ainda, foi a primeira vez no Festival de Monterey que ela fez um espetáculo para grande público, e ela participou à tarde, e ele queria que ela fizesse à noite, se apresentasse de novo. O empresário não queria deixar, ele pediu, suplicou, ela acabou fazendo o show à noite também, e foi um imenso sucesso. Não é terrível que 2 artistas tão brilhantes tenham morrido tão cedo por causa das drogas? Don't you think it's terrible that such 2 brilliant artists died so soon because of drugs?
Well, it's just terrible, and imagine if today we had a new album coming out by Jimi Hendrix.
Pois é, imagina se tivesse hoje.
By Janis Joplin, and a new
se ainda
album
tivesse discos da Janis Joplin.
All of these people, Otis Redding.
Otis Redding.
It goes on and on. The list goes on.
Você acha que o músico de hoje tem menos atração pelas drogas que tinha antigamente? Do you think that today's musicians they have less attraction for drugs than they had in the 50s and the 60s?
Scott, why don't you talk about that?
What? Go ahead. Eu estou perguntando se os músicos hoje têm menos atração pelas drogas que tinham nos anos 50 e 60. Do you think that musicians today they have less attraction by drugs than they used to have in the 50s and the 60s?
The smart ones do.
Os espertos, sim. Os espertos, certamente. Because você vê um músico como Chet Baker, por exemplo, né, que era um rapaz bonito, e virou. He was such a beautiful, handsome boy, and he changed from Chet Baker to Jack Palance.
Yeah, right.
Com a cara do Jack
Jerry
Palance.
Mulligan, too.
Jerry Mulligan.
Yeah, Chet Baker, all of those.
Yeah.
But see, the 60s people were very influenced by Jerry Mulligan, Chet Baker, drug-wise.
Yeah, Charlie Parker.
Sure. So it was like a continuum.
Yeah, a romantic point of view.
So for us, it was something was okay to do, because Charlie Parker,
did it.
Chet Baker, Jerry Mulligan, on and on. 90s is much different, The drug thing has turned around now. Very few musicians are doing a lot of drugs.
Ele diz o seguinte, que havia nos anos 60, tinha uma permissão para as drogas que era dada pelos grandes músicos, como Charlie Parker, como o Chet Baker, que usavam drogas. Então era quase que uma moda, era quase uma licença para usar drogas também. Mas que nos anos 90, isso tudo mudou inteiramente. Realmente não é mais do mesmo jeito, muitos poucos músicos ainda entram nessa viagem das drogas. Lisa and Deb, vocês não eram nem nascidas quando começou o primeiro Mamas and the Papas. You weren't even born when the first Mamas and the Papas started.
She wasn't. No.
No, you weren't.
No. I was born 1970.
Yeah.
Right.
Ela nasceu, isso é uma vergonha, ela nasceu em 1970. Ninguém acha graça que todos aqui nasceram em 80. They didn't laugh because they all were born in the 80s. So for them...
My daughter Mackenzie is older than she is.
A filha Mackenzie, mas tem mais idade que a Lisa. Ela nasceu em 70. Deb, you weren't born either, or you were very, very little.
I was maybe around, you know.
Ela falou que já tinha aparecido por aí. Well, it was...
You have to remember.
Yeah. It was a big pleasure to have you here. I'm a great fan. Really, really, really great fan. It's a pleasure to have you on my show. Estou agradecendo a eles, dizendo que eu sou um grande fã deles há muito tempo. Então é um prazer ter eles aqui no show. E vocês vão ouvir agora, claro que vocês vão ouvir Mamas and the Papas, ok? Thank you very much for being here. Beijo do gordo. Beijo do você.